off of the bus. They run after the bus, remember?
True, but they were there. They were all there.
When he comes back,
and he kind of does like a walk of shame where he kind of walks in front of the whole neighborhood, and even like his friends like Slick and Mario were there, but they say something to him like, I can't remember, like don't say nothing, or like don't tell him nothing, or some shit like that.
What you haven't told us your favorite part?
I think my favorite part would have to be the whole scene of C going back and forth after Sonny got pissed off at him and was like, who the fuck is Jane? Is there really a Jane? And then he runs off with his friend. He has his buddies punch Lorenzo in the stomach. He runs off with his friends, and they're about to fucking. They notice that their Deuces Wild gets egged because of them beating up those kids or whatever. So they're gonna go throw Molotovs at the record store where they're at. My favorite part would have to be when Sonny comes and he's like, takes him out of the car and is like, you have to come with me. But right before that, he's having that kind of like devil and angel discussion in his head where he's like contemplating what he really wants to do, how he doesn't want to be a chicken, but yet he wants to do the right thing. And out of nowhere, they come up to a fucking stoplight, and Sonny comes and pretty much rescues him from him being killed, So,
yeah, he stopped him from being being in the car.
Yeah, because he could have easily been there and died from the explosion of the Molotovs. For sure, he would have died. But I like that part because it also shows no matter how much Sonny and C were fighting, or he was kind of pissed off about him, he still cared enough for him to go out of the way and kind of like, Sonny didn't know what the fuck they were going to do in the car. He just knew that he was in the car and he didn't want him to be with them to go do some stupid shit, So that was one of my favorite parts because
it was like his intuition.
Yeah, he was like his Jiminy Cricket. Like he went to go save him, Sonny the Cricket. So he was like,
and then right after that, Sonny gets popped.
Yeah, so it was kind of ironic, a little bit like he knew he had to do this, but the fact that Slick was like, come on, Sonny, let's, he's just chilling. He's like, shut up, you. He's like, come on, Sonny. And he fucking grabs him by the head and smashes his face into the front dash and then pushes the fucking chair forward. He's like, come with me, you. That's just like, to me, when I first saw that, I was like, dude, this guy means business. But he gives him like a little speech, a little like,
And I think that it all kind of adds up because Chaz or Sonny's character really felt bad about accusing C.
Oh yeah.
Of possibly
trying to kill him,
planting a bomb on his car, and he realized he overstepped again.
Yeah,
he crossed a boundary that he shouldn't have.
He knows he
can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
But he knew when he saw C's reaction that he was telling the truth.
Yeah, because he damn near started crying.
Yeah,
which he pretty much did.
But yeah, great. That's a great choice.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And then the music choice selection for that was Along the Watchtower from Jimi Hendrix. So it was very symbolic that they were gonna go kill or destroy the black community while they were listening to Along the Watchtower, which was written by a white guy named Bob Dylan. So it was just really a mixture of all these emotions for me, and Jimi Hendrix was, still is one of my guitar legend icons that I look up to. So it was just a really good scene for me, Swan facts.
All right. Palminteri actually refused to sell the rights to his play because the studio didn't want to allow him to play Sonny.
That's bullshit.
And they were offering him up to $1 million just for the rights.
Oh wow! He was like,
and he said, "Nah."
He's like, "Fuck that."
Tree fingers.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't sell it either, dude. Like,
He knew what he had.
yeah, that's a dope story.
All right, De Niro actually, and this makes sense, De Niro asked Scorsese for tips on direction,
Oh yeah,
which is why it's brilliantly filmed.
yeah. I feel like he helped him like a lot, you know, like secretly, just like how what's his name, Wyatt Earp from Tombstone, wasn't he just recently credited with helping film Tombstone? Not Wyatt Earp, fucking
Russell,
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The film's romance with C and Jane was almost cut out entirely.
What?
That's the film's heart, I feel.
Really?
Yeah, that's like a selling point.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, it took a huge part of the movie out.
When she grew up and she was in Belly, have you seen? She was Keisha.
I own Belly.
Okay, yeah, she's Keisha. Keisha was a bad motherfucker.
All right, my final one. So I'm not sure. Maybe I don't have it. But Chaz actually continues to perform his play in musical. A musical version was released back in 2016, which was co-directed also by De Niro.
Ooh, I would love to see a play of the Bronx Tale, dude, like in real life.
Apparently, Chaz does it all by himself somehow, which is fucking insane.
Really?
The whole play is just him.
That'd be pretty cool. So it's just like a memoir?
I guess. I don't know how he would do that or have the balls to do that in the first
Let
place.
me tell you the story about the Bronx. No, one of my... Well, it's not... It's just a fact. The dude who played Older C grew up and killed a cop. And he did like I don't know, 15 years in prison?
The older C, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know about that, James?
Yeah, I knew that he had gotten mixed up in something. I think, didn't he break into a house or something?
Yeah, and he killed an off-duty officer from New York, of all.
Wow.
And he did like 15 years or something like that. But yeah, that was one of them. So yeah, that was one of the things that I remember. You know, this was probably a few years ago. He was just released like a few years ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
But also the little kid from
Kazam.
Well,
He's all
Shazam.
tatted up.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's in Crank.
Yes, he's all tatted up, dude. Little chubby guy too. It's pretty funny. He looks like a few homies that I know.
But then he still looks like that kid, so it's really bizarre.
Yeah, like he's just a grown-up kid.
Baby face.
What would you give this film?
Oh, this is an easy 9.5, my friend.
Yeah, I was almost gonna give it like the perfect film because it's every aspect of that movie.
It does have a 97.
So
on
that's
Rotten.
yeah, dude.
97.
I'll give it a 9.7. Boom,
I was gonna give it a 9.
dude. It's almost like a perfect movie.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like I said, the only thing that I'm kind of like iffy, washy about is the N-bomb, but not surprised about the N-bomb. Surprised about the reaction from the N-bomb. You know
That it's never really brought up again.
Again, it's kind of like
Which it should have been, probably.
like, yo, you called me my brother, like, you know,
And indirectly me.
and me, like, we both were like, really, like.
I don't know if they felt like they provoked him, so they forgave him for it, but it was just kind of still like,
I would probably want to ask De Niro about that.
Yeah.
Like,
Pick his brain.
Yeah, like, what made you think that they would just be okay with that? He's forget about it. I don't know. You know? They just kind of just said, okay, well, that just happened. We're used to it, I guess. I don't know.
Moving on.
Yeah, like, well, okay. Like the Tyler to the Creator, like, okay. But,
Yeah.
what are we doing next week, dude?
So next week it would be my pick, but I think we're gonna bring back CJ after
CJ Stevenson?
Yeah.
Stevenson?
After a few years, I think he hasn't been on since maybe Black Klansman.
He was a secret agent.
Secret agent man.
Yeah, he was indisposed.
So he wants to do either, and we talked about this on the show, either a League of Their Own.
What?
Or
has he been watching my stories?
Or I don't know. Or Copland.
League of Their Own.
What do you think?
League of Their Own, dude. What the fuck? How weird. I put that out in the universe. You have to convince some Rockford Peaches, bro. There's no crying in baseball.
I thought Copland would have been a great transition from A Bronx Tale,
because it's in fucking New York, right?
Yeah, with Stallone and Harvey Keitel and Ray Liotta. And
I think I've seen that.
It's fucking nuts, dude. But that doesn't mean we can't do that movie some other time. I feel like you really want to do a League of Their Own. That's the energy you put out into the atmosphere. Obviously, CJ's okay with that. So let's do a League of Their Own.
Okay.
Because I'm less familiar with that movie, you know, and I don't always get that opportunity as the kind of showrunner to be schooled on something. So I'm interested in this.
You've never seen it?
Not all the way.
Wow. Tank Girl's in it.
Oh, nice. Point Break, right?
The girl from
Laura Letty
from In the Army Now, the one that shaves her head.
Lori Petty.
Yes,
she's in it.
Yes, I saw her in real life, dude.
Really?
Monster Palooza.
Dang, she probably just blended in, right?
No, she had a table and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I was gonna say, you think it's time for me to ask some questions?
Yeah, do it fast.
James, I have a question. Where can these people find us if they're just stumbling upon us?
So if they're just stumbling upon this episode, we are Drop the Mic. We are available on every single platform that plays podcasts, whether it's iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, tons of other ones that anything that does play a podcast, we're probably on there. If you have the time, hopefully you can give us a 5 stars, a thumbs up, positive review, and share it with your friends, family, and coworkers if you think that they'll enjoy this as well. Also, we have a Instagram. It's at @dropthemic_podcast. Me and Wesley are both attached to that. Shout us out there. You can tag us. You can write us, comment, DM us if you don't want to be so public in the comments. And you can ask us questions about movies that we've done or something that we haven't reviewed yet. You can ask us our opinions on that. And that's pretty much about it.
Very nicely said, sir.
Thank you.
So, any last words on Bronx Tale? Watch it if you haven't. Solid, underrated movie.
Yeah, basically, we all agree that it's almost like a perfect movie. So, even if you enjoyed our episode and you've never seen it, it'll still amaze you because, I mean, us talking about it doesn't hold a candle to what it really is. So, if you haven't seen it, watch it. Look it up. I don't know what it's on right now. It was on Netflix for a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed. I think they took it down off of everything. It's on a new app called Fubo TV.
Fubo, yeah.
Fubo TV, I think.
For you, by us, TV. For us, fuck you.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So check it out. Rent it for a couple bucks, or go and buy the Blu-ray. It also has the soundtrack is on. You can find the vinyl. It's very expensive.
Shout out to Yorona for fucking having that vinyl. That's awesome. If you're listening, Teresa, I know this is like her favorite movie.
Oh, nice.
And she was really stoked that we were doing this. So
nice, very nice. Thank you for being able to join us, James, and Atlas.
Yeah,
this was a very fun time.
I think this is like my 10th episode in a row or something. And
this is your pick, so.
Which is cool. I'm in rotation now. I feel like a pitcher, like a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Which is funny because next episode is about baseball.
Oh.
Full circle.
Slam Diego, fool.
They're doing pretty good.
Hey,
actually,
too.
Oh, they did? Sick.
Yeah,
I know they lost yesterday pretty bad. But dude, we're playing some top-notch teams right now, bro. And plus, they're gonna go on the road pretty soon, so hopefully, and we're gonna have to play the Dodgers.